another thing that happened last week. Trump declared a state of emergency to get his wall built. So what that means is he kind of is just trying to override what everyone was saying and do his own thing. So right now, where we're at with it is California is going to sue him. He's going to get sued. He's going to get stopped. He's wasting our time. Because now they're going to have to go through the process of court and all this stuff to try to stop him. I don't know why he said himself he doesn't have to do this, that he just wants to do this because he wants to waste our time. Like, his whole presidency is wasting our time. So, he already got approved for $1.375 billion, but he doesn't think that's enough. With the emergency declaration, because he declared a state of emergency, it's going to allow him to take $3.5 billion out of the Defense Department's military construction budget. Wow. And $2.5 billion out of the Defense Department's drug interaction program, and $600 million out of the Treasury's drug forfeiture fund. So basically, because he declared a state of emergency, it allows him to take money from other programs to go toward building this wall. Waste your time all up until his time is up. So to me, if I were the Democrats, I wouldn't even waste my time. Let him build his wall and then tear it down. Yeah. I mean, but this is the guy you elected, so elections have consequences. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing about the wall. I mean, but he ran his whole campaign on that one policy. I mean, so he and then he keeps saying too, if you ever hear him talk, and I know y'all get sick of hearing him talk. I know y'all get sick of talking about him because, like you said, basically you're promoting him. But if you listen to what he's saying, he tells on himself all the time. He said he doesn't need to do this. He said that, he knows he's going to have to go through all these court processes. And so, I don't know. I mean, basically what we need to do is move our energy toward next year and what we're going to do and how we're going to elect a new good president and have better days.
Yeah, hopefully so.
But we still haven't done that yet. Yeah. So what do you guys think about the wall? Or that the state of emergency? We know people really don't.
I mean,
how you feel about the curse?
For 800 million is all you actually need. Like if you're a wall supporter, let's just say that. If you're just a wall supporter, $800 million is actually all you need for parts of land that actually don't have a cliff on one side of it, or doesn't have that has a body of water that's uninhabitable for people to even walk by. So $800 million would actually an actual natural border that would actually be able to board one country from other. So $800 million is actually all you need for that. So that's if you're a wall supporter. Now, for someone who doesn't support the wall, do I agree with it? Of course not. I've been all throughout that border, and most of it, if you can do that, if you can get through from one side to the other, kudos to you, bro. You need to be over here. You need to be over here anyways, because you can.
Hey, you earned that right.
You work it.
You earned that right.
But even just all jokes aside, I just think it doesn't need this wall is just people forget what was Trump before this. He's a real estate mogul. He built things. This was his only goal in life, was to be I have something in America that has it.
That he could have just promised some of those campaign buddies of his that skill and whatever industry. Yeah, he would give them a contract to build it, and they would get all this money. And I mean, you don't know because
it's a money grab.
You never got his tax returns. You never got to comb his financial records. You don't know what this dude is up to.
Facts.
Facts.
It's a money grab.
Ted Cruz out of Texas. Lion Ted, whatever they used to call him when Trump was campaigning, he proposes that we have El Chapo pay for the wall.
Man, get out of here, bro.
He said that for real.
Come on, man.
I mean, even
I mean, do you want the drug money or not? Because you can't say that he's this awful person, but then you take.
Here's
the
the problem too, though, because if you want to play that game, then we got to go back to the 80s, the 90s, war on drugs, and those same politicians, they getting paid too off of drugs. So it's you trying to say him, but Ted Cruz, he probably got some dirty hands. Politicians, they were getting just as much as El Chapo. Everybody was getting paid.
And the main purpose
to this day.
And the main purposes of the wall is for what? To keep drugs out?
Right.
To keep
bro.
No, we want to use the drug money to build the wall.
To keep terrorism out.
Right.
When
it's happening here.
More drugs come from Canada's side Then
Ignorance.
Mexico.
This
like
is just such a crock of crap.
more drugs come from Europe. There's more domestic terrorism here than any other country.
There we go.
In the world.
There we go.
So, we're really boxing into trouble. Like
Keep it
realistically,
Ted Cruz,
we're doing a favor for Mexico.
He
Facts.
said, okay,
That's crazy.
he introduced the Ensuring Lawful Collection of Hidden Assets to Provide Order, the El Chapo Act, in 2017. The law is intended to take any money forfeited to the U.S. by El Chapo and other drug lords as a result of criminal prosecution. It would directly use those funds toward border security.
They
So
funny,
he
man.
wants them to keep themselves out. Boy, bye.
I mean, like I said, this is the real reality show.
This is right.
Yeah.
This is what we're all dealing with. So, I don't know.
Man,
So,
like I said, I try to stay on local.
I feel you.
right,
and
stay on
focus on that.
local.
I just stay on local,
Stay on local.
stay steady with local because this whole federal doesn't make sense. And I understand like it's on a people have to realize like at the end of the day, well at the beginning of the day, us blacks were Republican based.
Yeah.
And no reason why that was Republican based is because it's Republican based concepts is more local, it's more less federal and more just state run, city run. So if you actually can control if as a city that is black well, I like to say black managed because we're not black owned yet.
Yeah.
As a city
Right.
that's black managed, I would like to take that promotion to the CEO position, and I feel like this is a great city to work focus on that. I feel like us focusing so much on President Trump, which I understand he's saying some wild stuff, but hey, like you said, just bruh, that's over there.
Right.
But we got MLK Drive. We got our own MLK that we have to worry about. We have our own Atlanta. We have our own. We have too many Confederate statues still standing.
Stone Mountain itself. Yeah.
Still standing
that's
here,
another
right
thing
here.
that they're working on legislation toward here in Georgia too is taking the Confederate monuments down. So we're gonna stay on top of that too. And they have rallies often around the city.
We just had a rally on February 2nd, right before the Super Bowl. It had nothing against the Super Bowl, but we had a rally on February 2nd. It was an injustice for all, it's an injustice for
Did you
everyone.
go?
Yeah, I mean,
How
we
was it?
spoke. I spoke. It turned out really well. There was a lot of people. Stone Mountain actually had a KKK rally.
They were scheduled. They canceled it.
They canceled and they started marching for us. So they let it be known. So Antifa actually came out.
Yeah, I was here about it.
I didn't know about that.
Antifa, I didn't know about
on
the
Netflix, Cam. You
and
gotta check 'em
Netflix.
out.
I know.
All right.
Hey, you saw that
Hey,
too?
yeah, it was dope.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was.
dope.
Antifa,
was.
but I mean,
Antifa.
They-
You gotta watch that documentary. You'll learn from it.
Antifa focuses more on what's actually going on in alt-right and neo-Nazi community, so they can know where to go.
Yeah, so they already know like where they're at, and then they'll meet them
And they'll
there.
meet like
Yeah.
the moment the young lady came up to me, she was a white young lady, and came up to me, shook my hand, and said, "Listen, we heard KKK because we didn't know. At first we were kind of worried. We see
she
all
was
these,
just trying to look
we
out
saw all
for
these
you.
white people
Yeah,
coming
she's
in
trying
with
to
all.
protect
you
you.
thought they were.
Yeah, well, they all black. They
Yeah.
had flags.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
Yeah.
I was on stage like, bro,
Yeah.
we don't have to fight.
No,
Yeah.
they were with you.
But they came up to us. They shook our hands and said, "If there's any batons being thrown at
Yep.
black people, we are going to take the hit."
Yeah, that's how they are.
They're like, we will make sure not
Yeah.
one black person takes a hit. So I was
Yeah.
like, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rally went very well.
That's what's up.
Like I always tell people, and a lot of people, that even black people say, like, that's our history. We got to remember that. And at first, I was like, that
John
makes
Browns
sense.
of the world. We
Yeah.
always had white counterparts that
We
would
have
look
to
out
remember
for us.
that, and we also
Yeah.
have, like, some people said we have to remember these Confederate statues, so we remember the history.
Facts.
But I'm like, in Germany, there's not a Hitler High School.
Right. Straight up.
There's not
That's
a Hitler
it.
High School,
But I think that comes from.
but there's a Robert E. Lee.
I think that
Yep.
that comes from people not really wrapping their mind around how bad
Oh yeah,
it
and
was.
Because it's not taught in school.
it's not taught in.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you would never even think to have that if you really wrap your head around what these people did.
I mean,
You would be out there too.
Yep.
If
Ex-
you really, I hate Confederate flags.
Yep.
I hate Confederate statues. I hate those plantation homes. There
Because
are
you know.
certain parts of town I
Yeah.
don't go to because they give me the
The
creeps.
heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
Right, like I just,
Yeah.
that's me though. But my family is from Georgia and they're from Wilkes County, which is about 2 hours east of
Yep.
here.
Yep.
And it creeps me out. I mean, I am a DOS. You know what I mean? Like, and so I hear the stories. I feel my ancestors sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's way deeper than that. And I think that, you know, we kind of just taking on this, that was then, you know what I mean?
Nah.
But it's not. It's a direct slap in the face. They didn't even put those statues up until after.
It was subjugate. It was a
Civil rights.
subjugation. It wasn't just like, hey, let's. It wasn't like these things were here. It was like
They
we
put
need
them
you.
there.
We need you to remember what happened. We
And
need
that's
you to
where
remember
most of those statues are, in front of courthouses.
courthouses.
That's scary.
And then so there's a group. There's an agency actually based here in Atlanta, Georgia, called 22 Squared. It's a media agency. And
Yeah,
they-
we talked about them.
For real?
Yeah. They developed an app.
Yep, thank
and
you.
what you do is
It's called
if you're-
Invisible
if you're
Hate.
by
Oh, yeah, yeah,
a
yeah. I know what you're talking about,
Confederate
Kim.
statue,
Yeah.
you take a
Yeah,
picture.
I
of
remember
it,
that.
And it'll show
Yeah,
you the history behind the person that the
You don't even have
statue-
to take a picture. It's
You
just
just
it's just like
go over
augmented
it.
reality,
Okay,
and you
yeah.
go over. Like they actually joined in with us at the NAACP, and we've been working a lot with them, just making sure that not only are they getting, because they got the statues obviously through technology, but we also gave them, like, we have people that's like real in depth, like real knowledge. Not just gonna get on Wikipedia or anything, but like. My uncle was here when this guy was here. We worked for him, so
Right.
here's actual
Right.
information, like true information that can just get online. Because
And you know what's a person that I suggest people follow on social media, on Twitter, Reverend Rob Lee. He's
Yeah.
actually, I think, the third great
Oh, yeah,
grandson of Robert E. Lee.
Mhm.
And he's
Oh, yeah.
definitely down
Yeah.
for the cause, and he denounces everything. That
and he
his family-
he came and spoke on the second as well.
did he?
Yes, he was there. So
I want to meet him.
yeah, he was
I
there.
missed it.
Hey, we might have to shoot him like a
Whenever
little
you guys
DM,
have
hit him
something,
up and
let
see.
us know.
Oh, the 100%,
And we will
100%.
come, and we will also
Be
Um,
put it on our page.
February
that's what's up.
28th, we're working with 100 black men. We're
That's
going
dope.
through we're going through all the we're doing 4 sectors. We're just doing we're working with high school students, and we're just going to have like different sectors. That's our main focus with the Millennial Outreach Program at the NAACP is we're not just focusing on like, oh, come join civil rights, and it's like, no, it's like that's not everyone's calling.
Right,
But
yeah.
like you might be a tech student, so we're working at
Okay.
we're working with Switch Yards Downtown Club.
dope.
Switch Yards Downtown Club is a business to consumer, we working space. So they do tech stars and whatnot. So we're actually getting them to do a consumer show with our young black men and women at these high schools. Being like, a lot of these kids are already creating apps. They just don't know how to
Right,
monetize them.
right.
They don't know how to monetize. They don't know how to brand it, and they don't know actually how to get in front of
Promote it, yeah.
investors. So we're putting them in front of investors.
Fire.
Cool.
That's one of the things we're doing. We're also we're doing with basketball, like I said, basketball tournaments, whatnot, and all like a lot of these other things that we're going to be doing with is just to drive revenue for the NAACP, so we can drive membership in, so we can actually start having money, so we can do legal redress. Because if you ever come to the NAACP office, and I highly recommend, I would love for you guys to come and volunteer. But if you even ever do, there's so many calls that we just can't get because they're like, hey, I don't have a lawyer. My husband,
wow.
my wife, my child is in jail for some BS, and we just don't know what to do. And we're just like, well, we can't get you a lawyer. And now they get mad at us because they're like, you're supposed
They
to be the
thought you
NAACP.
could, yeah.
But like, we can get you legal redress. We can like invite you to talk to some lawyers, but we can't give you a lawyer. So that's one thing that with resources, we'd be able to say like, listen, you're in some, like, there's a lot of even white people call and say like, listen, our CEO, I have an email right now of our CEO has an employee that is just saying racist remarks, and these are white people calling in saying, listen, NAACP, like, I don't even feel comfortable.
What?
Like, I'm on their Facebook talking about,
So what do you
nigga,
do?
like, so we call their CEO. We say like, listen,
Oh, cool. You represent the
Yeah,
can
we-
I do that?
yes, yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Sign me up, because I would love
Yes.
to call somebody
Like-
CEO and be like, your employee is on social media doing this,
Like-
and that.
Yep.
I
We
would
found
love that.
and it's like we just like like I said, we're doing things, but we need to get involved with the millennials to understand that we need
Listen,
a
guys.
street team.
That's what's
Okay,
up.
I think to be honest with you, the NAACP needs a rapper or an actress
Yes,
or someone
please.
to represent them.
Please.
Because like we have all these new initiatives like reform and all that. Like there are some that have been in this business for years and years and years. Pick one, get behind it. I'm saying the NAACP should be one.
Please, we need you guys.
I'm
1,000%.
gonna go down there and volunteer because I'm ready to make some phone calls.
Please, there's phone calls. We get phone calls constantly. There's only at a consistent time 2 people in the office.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
So
We gotta
it-
change
and-
that.
Wow.
We have to
and-
change that.
And
We
I
need
go
some
I go in
volunteers.
there and they have me go to different meetings. So please,
Okay,
like
I can't
one.
wait.
There's one other thing I like to
Wait.
say. Like there's Banneker High School for 5, 6, 7 years. They had a zero.
Like Benjamin Banneker?
Yes.
Oh.
They had a
Banneker High
zero
School.
graduate, like, not zero graduation rate, but they had it low. They had 13, but they had a geometry class that their teacher knew no geometry. Like, no, I'm not talking about like, oh, don't know it. Like, I'm a Spanish teacher, but here in the state of Georgia, as long as you're a licensed teacher, you can be whenever. But it's like a roster spot. Just fill the roster.
Oh my.
So
We're-
kids
we
are
need
failing.
help.
Kids are failing, and that's why us at the NAACP, when we found that out,
You had to do something.
you gotta do something because
Yep.
that wouldn't happen at Johns Creek High School.
Right.
All right, well, let me
Equal
tell
net.
y'all what I need
Yep.
y'all to do.
I love that.
I suggest, since football season is over and you're all free, you should just take some time and volunteer. Help
It's that
someone in
simple.
your community.
Yes, $30 annual a year. $30.
Contribute.
You spend that on gas.
$30.
You
Spend on
spend
gas,
that-
weed, anything.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
bottle of-
clothes.
a bottle of
Yeah.
Ciroc,
Anything.
a bottle
Yeah.
of-
2 Ubers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, support them. Can tell people how they can reach you on
Yes.
social media, please.
You can reach me at Brother Carmichael. That's Brother Carmichael, like Stokely, CARMICHAEL. That's Brother Carmichael. You can also reach us at anything about me is at the NAACPAtlanta.org. Or yeah, that's what you can find me at. So Brother Carmichael on all platforms.
So follow Brother Carmichael. Also follow us at CTD_ATL on Instagram.
Yep.
Caleb, are you good? You ready to wrap it up?
Oh yeah, we good. Man, thank you again. I learned
Yes.
so much. I learned so
Yes.
much.
No, thank you guys.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
for-
thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Oh,
go
and
check
by the way,
them out.
I would love to be here back again.
Oh yeah.
I have some,
Oh, no,
I have
you
some,
have to
I have
do
some
that.
more things that some
You
some,
have an open invitation.
some surprise
All day.
elements I want to talk
Whenever you
about,
got
but I don't want to bring it out
anything
yet.
Going on, any events you want to
Yeah.
promote, you more than
Yes.
welcome.
Yeah, share it with
'Cause I,
us.
yeah, I'm
on
running for
CTD
office in
underscore
2020, so I need.
Are you really?
Yes, yes.
dope.
So I need you guys.
What office?
District 56, state representative. So I need you all.
What? Okay.
And how could like me and all my friends at Georgia State get involved as well? With
In NAACP.
Yeah, with the NAACP.
Oh, we just was at well, like I said, CAU, but
Mm-hmm.
there's like I said, you guys are millennials. We have, like I said, we're setting up basketball tournaments, softball tournaments.
dope.
We're actually getting ready for a a fall college tour.
Okay.
When we're going to be just like bringing entrepreneurs in. We're also going to be doing concerts, rallies.
Cool.
I used to work for Sahai the Prince.
Oh,
So
yes, yeah, that's what's
my
up.
guy. He moved
Yeah.
out to LA, but he was like, "Hey, Curtis, let's get it."
That's dope.
Because he loves NAACP, so he was like, he loves the mission. So I was just on the phone with him.
Cool.
He wants to do some stuff, but I'm not.
fine.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and I can't. There's
Gotta
certain
keep it
things I
quiet,
can't
yeah.
say.
We're gonna keep
but
you
yes.
guys.
That's what's up.
We're gonna keep you guys posted on what's going on.
Yep.
So make sure you follow us again at
These
CTD
guys.
_ATL.
Yep.
Make sure you follow
Hey,
Brother
we appreciate it
Carmichael.
again, man. Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, we'll keep you on top of what's going on. So thank
Yep.
you for watching.
Thank
And
you.
We love you, and we wish you the best of luck on your campaign.
Most
and
definitely.
Anything you need, let us know.
Most definitely.
So you guys check us out, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Thank you.